Is this just a better version of Gensac? I think that this is maybe the best sacrifice deck I've ever built. I mean, Gensac is good too. Maybe better in like that older metagame. Okay, let's keep this. I'm gonna hold this Bloodghast, I think, for Seasoned Pyromancer on turn 3 almost always. So I'll just get this Mire to get a tapped Blood Crypt, and maybe I'll Grief on turn 2 depending on what the matchup is. But I don't think I'm supposed to Grief on turn 1 here. What happened with Advanced Order? That deck's still really good. We just don't... this stream is not... I play what I think the best deck is every single day. I'm just always trying to do new stuff. And I've played that Bant deck more than, like, any other deck I've been playing recently. Okay, Ragavan is, like, definitely the card that punishes us for taking this line, but... We have some good draws against Ragavan here. It's not the end of the world. Bombardment, our own Ragavan. Yeah, our own Ragavan, actually... I feel like they'll just chomp. Or trade, rather. Thoughts on, like, Sultai, Midrange, or Control, and Pioneer? I mean, when you say Sultai, Midrange, or Control, like, I can't just build you a Sultai, Midrange, or Control deck in a moment's notice, and the reality is, like, when you say Sultai, Midrange, and Control, I like, there's not anything that comes to mind, because that's not an established archetype, and... 3-color mid-range and control decks are also like, oh no. Well, I guess we can maybe beat Magus. I'll probably take second Unearth here. Can't take the Magus, obviously. But yeah, it's like when you say, when you say Sultai mid-range control, it just doesn't mean anything. Unearth the monkey, that's fine. So if they do Magus, I'll probably be cut off black mana. But I do have a lot of red cards in the deck, and I do have 1 swamp. I have Ragavan 2. Well, this is not necessarily much help. Oh, I also just have Fury in the deck. I can draw Fury and kill the Magus. Yeah, we should be fine. Probably shouldn't attack here. I know they have Terminate, so if I attack with the Spyro, they can terminate my Elemental and get through with Ragavan. No, never mind. Dude, Magmatic Channeler? That's a pretty cool card. Definitely looking good here. Not a card that I have seen much of since it was released. It saw like a little bit of play. When it first got printed, but I think it's been pretty outclassed. Very cool card, though. Discard Terminate, reveal Seasoned Pyromancer Kolagon's command. Pretty interesting build. I was looking at this old deck. Let me see if I can find it. This is Pioneer Lists. It was I had like a red-black Witch's Cottage deck back in the day. Just gonna block here so I can use my mana on the tokens this turn. I had a red-black like Witch's Cottage deck back before Modern Horizons 2, and obviously my love affair with the Aether Mage's Touch deck has me a bit more interested in. Okay, make me discard a card, return Ragavan. I can't believe they chose to do that over Seasoned Pyromancer. I don't know if I can find it, but I just like I had Magmatic Channeler in that list, and it was always like solid there. Could Magmatic Channeler see more play in Pioneer? Maybe, maybe. I think that it is definitely a card with some potential. Okay, I think we just attack first. Yeah, we're also playing Lightning Skelemental. Skelemental is like pretty good with Cottage. You get to Skelemental, Cottage it back, Skelemental a few turns in a row. Despite me, like, generally being low on that card, it was good with Cottage. And like the idea with Cottage is like you needed like cards that impacted the board immediately too. That was always, I thought, a pretty important piece of the puzzle. Okay, so we unlocked our mana. I think I want to kill this. And if they have another removal spell for my Mayhem Devil, I just sack it, kill the Ragavan. Got Reef in the yard, another Bugbear unlocked. Feeling good. Malakir Rebirth, okay. Definitely a very similar list. Although they're way more of a mid-range deck than us, I guess. There was a Twitter thread the other day about what vanilla creature, so like, you know, just a creature with power and toughness and no abilities, would be equivalent power to Ragavan. And there were some like truly deranged answers in that Twitter thread. Some people described Ragavan as being equivalent power to a vanilla 6/4. There's like 6/4, 4/4, 5/4, 5/3 was all really common. And I don't think I have an answer, but I think 4/3. I think that this is maybe like equivalent to like 3/4 or something like that. I think a 4/3 would be maybe better than Ragavan, or around that range. It's maybe semantic-y. But like, but the 6/4, I don't know. That one was like that was a nuts comment. Fourth because dies to bolt, I guess, but like nobody even plays Lightning Bolt in Modern anymore. 1 mana 4/1. I actually think that's a really good number. Okay, so they're just dead if they let me untap. Okay, they're just dead. Although I guess the best way to do this is just start off with Rebirth on the Bloodghast. Go to attacks. Well, that kind of literally go house 3/4 close. 3/4 is so much more than 3/3, and there's also like there's a huge difference between a Wild Decado and a vanilla creature. Where like if Wild Decado was just a green mana, or even better, just a red mana, it would be way better, and it was just a 3/3 instead of like being a 2/2 the turn it comes down, or a 1/1 the turn it comes down, and then requires you to be Naya instead of being like a blue-red deck too. Wild Decado is definitely worse than a vanilla 1 mana 3/3, but a 1 mana 3/4 is way better than a 3/3. Yeah, but it's definitely like not a really good question, or a real question for you to answer. You know what I mean? I think I'm just gonna like not sideboard. I don't think I want Voidwalker, Chalice, Magus, Terminate. Maybe 5/1, 4/1, 5/1. And it's also like sometimes your Wild Decado is a 1/1 on turn 1. I guess not that often, but you know, you go Forest Decado sometimes that gets pinged with Red and 6, or if it's a 2/2 it dies to Unholy Heat on turn 1. Trades with Ragavan instead of blocks Ragavan turn 1 on the draw. Is there a way to make a Ponza deck work? I mean, I think Ponza's fringe playable. It is. I think Ponza is like one of the hardest decks to build, and I don't know if I've had a build that I've liked of Ponza in a long time. But I do think that there is some merit. Lax, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. What is Blue-Red's Murktide worst matchup? I think Blue-Red's worst matchups are Blue-White Control, 4-color Omnath. Bant Company has a really good matchup against it. I even Hammer Time's good against it. I even think that Living End is a slight favorite against Murktide, although it could really go either way. Okay. Voidwalker is interesting against me. See if I hit anything good off Ragavan. Pretty likely to just play my Bombardment here on turn 2. Although, just immediately finding an answer to Voidwalker is perfect. Oh, dude. Totally blown out. They got to discard Lingering Souls for value? Wait, how are they playing Magus and Lingering Souls? Liliana the Last Hope, baby. Oh, that's a hero card. Okay. I think I'm going to play Goblin Bombardment and Unlucky Witness, and then ping the Liliana after they plus the Unlucky Witness on... Or plus the Liliana on the Unlucky Witness. Yeah, this card definitely good against us. Oh, I opened one of these in my Double Masters packs recently. I also opened a... I just had some leftover packs from the last RCQ I played. I opened them yesterday. Yesterday, and I opened a full art Emrakul and a foil Allosaurus Rider and a Liliana out of like 6 packs, which is better than all my other packs I've opened combined. Unearth on Voidwalker. So I think I would play the Ragavan and just basically trade it for Voidwalker right now. And killing the Voidwalker unlocks my Unlucky Witness for later turns. If they kill my Mayhem Devil, I can kill the Spirit tokens in response. Awesome art. Very cool. Yeah, I think this deck's really good. Yeah, I think they played a Godless Shrine last game. I don't know if we saw I don't think we saw the Lingering Souls last game though. Okay, so shrink the devil. Could I describe the best and worst match of the deck? I can't, no. This is my 4th league with the deck, so I don't have comprehensive best and worst matchups for you yet, but I hope to have them at some point. For now, I'm still, learning alongside with you guys. So I guess Malakir Rebirth is really bad against this Hearse, so I'll probably just play it as a land here. And then, I guess I'm 1 damage short of killing the Liliana if I just sack the Witness, so I'll pass. Best matchup was Pet Deck, worst matchup 4-color Omnath. I'm 1-0 against 4-color Omnath against a really good player. I 2-0'd them. I also 2-0'd them in a game where they, Veil of Summered My Grief, and we had a really long grindy game, which I think is usually a indicator of a good matchup, but this could also just be Copium, and it's 4 colors going to be good against it. We'll see. Time will tell. Saving Malakir to discard may be better. This is Liliana the Last Hope, not Liliana the Veil, so I don't think I was supposed to do that. Okay, ping. Ray, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Oh, discard to the Pyro? You could do that. I think the mana is worth a little bit more, but I don't hate that idea. They discard Seasoned Pyromancer Voidwalker. Guess I'm happy they didn't play the Voidwalker. That's true. That's true with the Bombardment play. Maybe the token's worth more than the land. I could definitely see that being better. Okay, so now I'll play the land into Mayhem Devil number 3, Seasoned Pyromancer, and this is probably lethal, right? This is going to be 4 damage, 3 damage. Oh no, 4 damage, 4 damage, 3 damage, 2 damage. Yeah. Sounds about right to me. 1 versus Titan, blue-white, blue-red prowess, 5-color, living it. Awesome, good to hear. That's a good matchup spread. I don't think I'm that interested in playing it over like any of the other 3-drops, and I'm not that interested in another 3-drop. So if I wanted to even like one more 3-drop, I would maybe play the first Ob. You could play 1 Ob over 4th Village Rites, maybe, but just not that into it, I guess. That would be too much mana. Yeah, I think being 2 mana makes it a lot worse than Village Rites, especially when like you want to be able to Village Rites your Grief on turn 1. Could you see playing 2 Undying Evil, 2 Rites? I could see that, yeah, but I think I like this more because Village Rites is way better with Unlucky Witness and Bloodghast. So like you get more overlapping synergy. So they have 2 Cascade spells, Force of Negation. I guess I'll take the Force. So we 3-2 last league. No, we 4-1 last league. We went 3-2, 4-1. Now we're 1-0. Then 5-0 the off-stream league. First time playing against Living End. We just had someone say 5-0'd. Beat Living End. Goblin Bombardment, historically pretty good against in the matchup. Mayhem Devil good in the matchup, although just pitched 1. And my opponent also has a 1-lander, so they are definitely going to just Living End on turn 3. But we could pretend like maybe they'll miss a land drop ever. but we I think we know how this goes. I mean, they get like a lot of cyclers for it too. I'm surprised the Vindicated is seeing basically 0 modern plays because 3 mana is too much. Kind of. I guess that's why. I would say I'm like not that surprised it hasn't seen that much play, but I would also say like 3 mana 1-for-1s don't line up super well against the format at the moment, and of course it's also like unclear if they ever will again, Did they find another Force of Negation? Pretty unlikely because we discarded 1 and exiled 1 with Ragavan. Perspiring Mike, through the 15 months. Appreciate you. Welcome back. How do you decide if a deck wants Village Rites or Deadly Dispute? I mean, I don't know if there's like a short, quick answer, but in this deck, Village Rites being able to stack a Grief on turn 1 makes it better. If you have like artifact synergies, I think there's a good chance you'll want to play Deadly Dispute instead, but I guess I did have a short, quick answer. How could Baubles fare in your deck? I don't think there's any room for Mishra's Bauble. I'm kind of surprised it keeps getting suggested, but I'm open to hear how you guys would cut 4 cards to make room for 4 Mishra's Baubles, but I really don't think there's room. And people always also act like there's no cost associated with playing Bauble, like it makes your mulligan decisions way harder always. I think I'm just not that into it. Yeah, -4 lands. Prophet of Ogreland. Let's go with Mayhem Devil. Yeah. As Yawgmoth player, cut 4 Furies for them. Alright, I'll take that into consideration. Cut the Tomb? No, I will never cut the Tomb. Play 64. Now you're thinking about portals. Bauble's a 0 mana draw card, so it's exactly the same as just playing 64. Sokenzan gets a lot of extra value in the deck because of Bombardment too, which is nice. Opponent should be pretty dead here. Even if they Living End, like they're just gonna die to the Bombardment. They pack it in. I'm gonna bring in my Chalices and my Voidwalkers. I'm gonna cut my Furies. Mayhem Devil's pretty good against them. I'm probably gonna cut the Village Rites. Although Village Rites sacking Voidwalker when it's in play does seem pretty good. Maybe we'll trim Unlucky Witness. I think I want to keep the Kroxa. You could cut the Kroxa though. Maybe we'll play Magus on the play. I don't think I want it on the draw though. Would you see playing 4 Fable over 4 Pyre on the list? I don't think so. I think that Fable versus Seasoned Pyromancer is like a really hot topic. I think that if that's something you wanted to do, I don't think it would be ludicrous, but my main reason for choosing to play Spyro over Fable in this list is so that I can... Opponent's on a to 6. Is so that I can Malakir Rebirth my Seasoned Pyromancer, then sacrifice it to bring it back. I think that interaction is pretty powerful, and it also making multiple creatures immediately is really nice. Dude, Leyline is so good against me. Holy shit. I can't Mayhem Devil them. I can't grief them. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, we'll play Magus on the play for game 3. I just don't think you want it on the draw. I was gonna play Smallpox. I mean, I think Smallpox is like at its best in like a Reanimator variant with Profane Tutor. I've played that a few times in the past and liked it, but definitely kind of fringe. Yeah, Red Black is not known for being great at removing enchantments for sure. It is what it is. Good to know that that's a weakness of the deck, though. We got Magus on the play for game 3. They won't necessarily have a good leyline hand game 3. We can, just also like sack our creatures and try to play Mayhem Devil, Goblin Bombardment board control, which is not like that likely to work, but could work. What's the name of the Smallpox list? If you Google like Esper Smallpox Reanimator, it'll probably come up on Channel Fireball. Heartless combo, cool. It's been 2, I think of it 22 months. How have I never seen this card? This card is awesome. And I need to keep it in mind for another deck I'm working on, actually. I think I would be pretty... This Having Go Lich is like... It's got to be cap, right? Is there a way to play Scrap Trawler over like Grim Horror Specs and Having Go Lich and play like 4 Emery 4 Trawler and not play any Having Go Lich? I think Lich is just like so slow, even with Heartless Summoning. The Lich is the combo? I mean, I feel like instead of being on Having Go Lich, I would be on Grinding Station, right? Yeah, I feel like Grinding Station as a sack outlet is better than the Horror Specs, because you get to fill up your own graveyard. Okay, so I can show you something similar that I'm working on, and I may want to play a version like more similar to what you're playing here. But hold on, let me just play this turn real quick. This is a deck I feel like I could never find. Hold on. But it's still... Okay, sorry. I thought the trigger's on the stack. Okay, I mean, I was brewing a deck very similar with Semblance Anvil. Semblance Anvil can give you some redundancy to your Heartless Summoning effect. If you Semblance Anvil on Artifact, that can give you redundancy to your Heartless Summoning, which I feel like is a really important thing. And then you can be in on Semblance Anvil and Scrap Trawler over Grim Horror Specs and Having Go Lich, potentially, and then play Grinding Station is maybe how I would try to build the deck. I don't know if that's exactly going to get the job done, but I think that's what I would do. Or how I would start, rather. Because here I can go Unlucky Witness, Block Waker, kill Shardless Agent, go from there. Not that I think that this version is bad, but I think I want to be on like Grinding Station, Scrap Trawler over Horror Specs, Having Go Lich if possible. The Sagas are fine. Maybe consider playing one Brainstone as a target for Saga to like help you filter through your combo a little bit. I don't know why you have Cabal Paladin in the sideboard. I don't know what matchup that's for. Not really know what the Worm Coils are in the side for either, but could be missing something. Candy for 13 months. Appreciate you. Yeah, this is interesting. I think I may be interested in if I can find that list, I'd like to pull it up because it'll give you some ideas too. I've tried to pull it up in the past, and I just don't know what I thought I called it Semblance Combo, and I go to the S's, I don't see it. And sometimes I'll build a deck and it just like doesn't get saved, but I don't think that's what happened here. We'll just play this game. Okay, so block here. Man, this ley line is just so good. Yeah, I do just have to kill all their creatures. Which is gonna be possible if I draw like Seasoned Pyromancer or something like that, but okay, there's a Bloodghast. Bloodghast is good with Bombardment. It's not a blocker for the Waker, which is a big problem. And these two Curators are a big problem too. Yeah, it's okay. So I can go we can go this turn. Bloodghast, kill a Curator of Mysteries. Kill a Curator of Mysteries. And then we need to make a serious decision on if we are going to chump block the Waker of Waves with Mayhem Devil or attack. I think I'm going to attack. I think I can take 11. I do like Ox of Goddess of moderate mid-range. It's good. It's fine. It's a fine option. And then if we draw like Seasoned Pyromancer, they're going to be okay. Paladins and all win con in case they have Titan. Worm Coils just for a ton of graveyard hate. I see. It's just, I guess it's not that hard to find out the horror specs. I guess that's fine. Assuming that you're still in on the horror specs. Okay, so they can't living in is your Chalice. Big draw step. And not that big of a draw. So I can play this tap to get back Bloodghast. Block here. Sack Bloodghast, Mayhem Devil, kill Curator of Mysteries. I can also block Mayhem Devil, Malakir, Rebirth, Mayhem Devil. No, it doesn't really work. Because I lose 2 and I just die to this. Yeah, if I chump block, I'm just dead. I'm just dead to this because I lose the life. Enemy Din, kill Curator. I mean, I can animate the Din and kill the Shardless Agent and the Curator and chump block. I think that's probably worth it. And then if we draw Seasoned Pyromancer, we'll have like a lot of chump blockers for Curator. We'll have some outs. Chump Rebirth, sack, kill Agent, take 4 from Curator. Chump Rebirth, sack, kill Agent, take 4 from Curator. I can't take 4 from Curator because you lose 2 when you Rebirth. Not enough mana for Din. You can activate Din, but it'll just be tapped. But I can sacrifice the Dins, which is 2 damage. So I can do 4 damage from here, 2 damage from the Din to kill this, chump block, and live. Yeah. Okay, now I can't do the chump block line and survive. It's maybe like not even worth playing it out, but we're not technically dead, so I'll play it out. But now the problem is we even if we draw Seasoned Pyromancer, we can't Bombardment plus Spyro, so it's going to be really hard to get anything going because we'll have to discard both Bombardments. But whatever. Okay, they definitely should have attacked with this agent because I have to chump block here, so they missed 2 damage. We draw Unlucky Witness. Voidwalker can't block, unfortunately, so we go to game 3. I want the Maguses on the play for game 3. I think making my deck more resilient to Leyline is fine. I bet I can just cut the Griefs. I bet I can just cut these Griefs. Tech for Pocket Beers. Post a link in the chat. I can take a look. I think Fury might not be troll. Maybe not, but it's always, again, just so much more helpful if you're like, I will suggest what cards to play for these 2 Furies. Because it's obviously like, I don't think that they're that good. I think just like 0 mana, put a Fury in the yard is not that good. It's not the worst card ever, but it's not like we have any card that's like glaringly obvious that needs to come out, you know? Alright, John the Cremator. Great Worm, Great Worm is an awesome... Cremator Great Worm is very cool. Very cool. Wait, they kept a 1-land Leyline hand? Or they just... They did keep a 1-land Leyline hand, I can't believe it. It's not that good. Guess they're on the draw. I feel like I really want Seasoned Pyromancer in this Great Worm list, so you can like loot away extra Great Worms. And then it's also like Seasoned Pyromancer will give you creatures in play to convoke out a worm sometimes, which I think is good. It's also like not the worst Eldritch Evolution tutor target. Oh, Death Shadow is weird in this list. I don't know why it's here actually. Like your mana base is not that painful. Yeah, I don't know why you're playing Shadow. You should play Seasoned Pyromancer over Shadow. Oh! I didn't know it was 13 damage with the Cremator. Okay, that's better, but you need to build more around the Shadow if you're gonna play it. Your mana base needs to be more painful than it currently is. That's not so bad actually. I still think you really want Seasoned Pyromancers. You're maybe playing Seasoned Pyromancer over... So, I mean, Kroxa is good with the Spyro. I don't know if I'm casting Rites. I mean, I'm probably just gonna dead end the Bugbear. Tough deck to build. You can maybe just like not play Lightning Bolt. I don't know how like necessary Lightning Bolt is. This deck, you have Fury. Finishing them off is maybe nice, but it just doesn't feel that mandatory. I want the mana base to be a lot more painful, so like like 0 Blood Crypts is also like incorrect. I don't know why we have no Blood Crypts in the deck with an our fetch shock mana base. I mean, I know you have like more green 1-mana spells, but especially with the Spyro, you'll want it, but surely you would want 1 over like the 3rd stomping ground anyways. Sideboard seems totally fine though. I like the sideboard a lot. But yeah, I think I'll just play Spyro over Bolt. The rest of those seems fine. Oh, you probably want to play Ragavan actually. Ragavan over Birds of Paradise. 4 Ragavan, 4 Hierarch 2 Kroxa. It's probably high, I would build it, but if you don't want to play Ragavan, that's fine. Cool. Definitely keep these Ragavans on the play. So I'm going to double check my math double. We're 5-0, 5-0, 3-2, 4-1, 2-0. I believe that's 15 and 3. Sokenzan and Swift Spear into no attacks. So I think I'm going to Malakir Rebirth my Ragavan. No, I don't know. I've got 2 Rebirths. It's going to be hard to get value out of both of them. Seems okay. Is this version better than BlackRock? 14-3, 5-0, 14-3, 5-0, 3-2, that's 8, 4-1, 12. Yeah, okay, you're right. 14-3. Ooh, it's the Illuminator deck. Awesome, awesome. And then Double Strike here is very good against the Ragavan. I think I'm actually going to Village Rites the Monkey here. Digging for like Fury, digging for Mayhem Devil maybe. There's Fury. Yeah, I gotta kill this. Even beating it through like multiple mutagenic growths here is nice. Yeah, manifest the win. Calling the shot. Oh, I wasn't playing this in the list either. It's actually kind of weird, right? Because surely you would want to keep your mountain count as high as possible in the Lava Dart deck, so I'm not sure how different their list is from mine. But I don't think I would play this. Will Pop, thank you for 10 months. Appreciate you. They're also playing Sunbay Canyon. I think I was playing Canyons. Let me see if I can pull up the list I had. See, I was playing 3 Canyons, 17 lands, 2 mountains. Obviously not sure they're playing the same list, but they are playing Homestead Courage. We have, I think, have a good attack with both creatures here. If they block the Ragavan, or the Bloodghast, just bring them back immediately. Little Pop, thank you for the 10 months. Appreciate you. Don't want to wait to Rebirth to get the priority to mutagenic growth. I guess I should have done that, yeah. Although they would have to double mutagenic growth anyways. So it's like not that likely to really matter that much. Although I will say this, like when I was playing this deck, if I was untapping with Virtuoso, I was winning like almost all the time, even if my opponent had blockers in play. So I'm feeling pretty fearful that this is going to be our last turn. Still trying to qualify for regionals. Yeah, I've got 2 RCQs this weekend. I'm definitely feeling prepared for the Ancestral Anger is just going to be so hard to beat here. I'm definitely feeling prepared for the Modern one, the Pioneer one, not so much. I haven't played in like 2 months. I also don't know if I'm going to play very much preparation. I might play some off stream tonight to practice some. We'll see. Or am I playing a Pioneer? I think I'm going to play the Creativity deck. Everos has said that he's been really liking it. I know he's been playing a ton of it. I was liking it a lot back when I was playing a lot of Pioneer. I'm not like 100% sure that's the best option. I know I was also really liking Phoenix, but I think I'm just gonna YOLO it. We lose? Yeah. Okay, so I think Chalice is so good against their deck. I'm gonna play it even though I have a million 1-drops. I'm gonna play the Terminates also. Might with the Pyrite Spellbomb, might not with the Pyrite Spellbomb. What do you creativity in? Yeah, you creativity into Torrential Gear Hulk. It's, you know, I was working a lot on it back when I was playing Pioneer. I think one of the biggest reasons why I stopped playing Pioneer though was that I could only build like good blue-red decks. Like I had a bunch of cool blue-red decks, but I feel like every time I tried to brew any other color combination, like there's just like weaker. I need to make one cut from this list. It's either gonna be like 4th Prismari Command, 2nd Dig, 3rd Big Score. But like Evan's been playing Big Score, and I didn't know this card was an instant. And I'm really hyped for Big Score. I think this is really cool. I also like Is It Charm. He was playing Is It Charm. I thought that was cool. And I might change the sideboard some too. Yeah, I think just playing mono green is fine. I think this. I was winning against mono green a lot when I was playing this deck though, especially with the sideboard. Okay, I think I'm going to cut my Village Rites, especially when I'm bringing in the Chalice, and then the Kroxa. Do you have to discard Big Score if you Gear Hulk into it? I think you do. Yeah, I think you do. I mean, I don't think I can really mulligan Terminate Chalice, and with a hand that's... I I guess maybe not that like could hit with Ragavan, but maybe Unlucky Witness can like come out and shut block and buy us a turn, find us a land. Yeah, I think big score is really cool. It lets you like creativity for like 3 sometimes, which is also very nice. If this Ragavan connects, I'll probably just play Unlucky Witness twice before I play this Chalice. There's somewhere I could get the Is It list. Yeah, twitch.tv/Everos. Although his list is like, I think he's been like also like it's been the sideboard's a little different and like I need to make one cut from this list. Although I'm not like I might actually play 61. I might actually play 61 because I think I actually like the numbers on all of these cards. 4 charm, 4 Prismatic Command, 3 big score, 2 dig. I'm not like I don't think 61 is like great, but I don't think it would be the worst thing either to do. You still got RCK going? Yeah, I mean the DFW area has always been really good for Magic. It's always been, you know, one of the most populated places for Magic. Dude, you can't play Rest in Peace in this deck, right? Too bad with like Lava Dart Virtuoso. Although I guess it's very good against me, huh? So it's kind of classic for me to complain about it. Izzatrom okay? Yeah, I think Izzatrom is pretty good in Pioneer. It's like very versatile, and like the looting effect at least is also like pretty good in the deck too. I think it's a good good option. Alright, down to just chill here. Plans to revisit Gruul Prowess. Yeah, I want to revisit the Gruul Prowess list. More focused on Underworld Breach as a payoff and less focused on Throsta. Where like the real nice thing about the Gruul Prowess deck is the ability to play a super low land count. That's definitely been my experience. Weird game. It's 2-mana lock piece. That game. Land would be really nice. Ooh, and not just any land. Tomb of Urami. So I play another Mayhem Devil next turn, and then I've got 3/3/3/3/2 for a total of 15 damage, but they're going to gain 1 life off the Mayhem Devil, so I don't have quite lethal. Although my Grief is an extra 3 damage. And I can even see, yeah, I can just Grief here, and then if they don't have red spells to play, we win. What is this? What do they? Boros Charm to deal 4 to me. Gain 1. I'm at 9. They have no instant speed red spells. So this is 12, 15, 17 exactly. You probably should double count, but 9, 12, 15, 17. Okay. Counting that's Xaxes. Did it misclick here, did I? Okay. Is it punishing a modern to play an Urborg and a sideways attempt to save from the glorious Umari tech? You could play one over. You can play one over the second Graven Cairns. That might even be good. But my thinking of playing the Graven Cairns is you play 4 Malakir Rebirths, and so like Graven Cairns being able to filter Din of the Bugbear into double black for Bloodghast, and also being able to filter Malakir Rebirth into double red for either like double Unlucky Witness or Ragavan Unlucky Witness or Seasoned Pyromancer on turn 2. Is probably better than playing an Urborg, and especially just as a one-of, like it may deal you some damage, but just not the end of the world. I think I'm going to play the Pyrite Spellbombs, seeing that Core Firewalker. I might actually cut the Tomb against the aggro deck, though. And maybe like 4th Grief. The draw. Cutting 2 Blood Crypts for extra fetches. Well, if you cut 2 Blood Crypts, you have 6 fetch lands, 4 fetchable targets, which is not enough. You would need to cut the Blackcleave Cliffs instead, which would be fine, but I also don't think you need to play like a billion fetches for Mayhem Devil to be good. I think Mayhem Devil is going to be just kind of good, regardless. Keep this hand. Bad against Core Firewalker, but I think pretty good otherwise. Live Magus. Kind of a scary card. I think I'm not going to Fury, though. My Testing Tumor, is it good? It's good. I mean, I think people are overthinking it. And in a deck with 4 copies of Mayhem Devil, Tomb of Urami has a really, really low opportunity cost. It just, like, almost doesn't cost you anything to play it. And it's really, really powerful when you get to do your thing with it. How do I feel about splashing Hinata in the Pioneer Creativity deck? I mean, the problem with splashing Hinata is that could maybe have played Unlucky Witness and done like 1 damage on the Witness here, but I think I'm gonna not. The problem with playing Hinata is that like you might creativity into Hinata instead of Gear Hulk, right? And I think you always just want to be able to hit your Gear Hulk. Okay. Am I pitching Witness or Mayhem Devil? Probably the Witness. Oh yeah, I think I accidentally moved the scene. Wrong trigger order. I don't have black mana in play, so the trigger order doesn't matter. They're like, there's nothing for them to play around. If I'm not bluffing anything because I don't have a black source. Probably should have told them terminate. No creatures. Love to draw a land. Seasoned Pyromancer is not too bad though. I mean, I would love to get the Mayhem Devil down, but I think Seasoned Pyromancer discarding Mayhem Devil Bloodghast, try to find a land, and then have terminate for their next creature is just better. Ragavan is a good card. Water is wet. I guess I might as well ping them for 1, then play the land, get back the hasty Bloodghast, but they concede. 3-0, feeling good. Would love to get another trophy with the deck, but hard to feel too bad about a 15-3 record. Do you think Obosh is the way for Ponza? Obosh is definitely like very viable. I think that like losing out on specifically Rin 6 kind of stinks, but I don't think that. I think you can pretty easily like omit any of the. I think you can pretty easily omit any of the. I don't know why I'm 4 mana spells. Like you don't need like Chandra or Bloodbraid Alpha that badly. Yeah, I don't think you need Karn either. Karn is fine. Karn is always like kind of slow. In decks without a lot of acceleration, and like the Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl plan is a lot worse than it used to be, but you still have some plans though. Yeah, Rin plus Beseiju is pretty nice. I agree. Although Beseiju plus Blood Moon is kind of an awkward plan. Could maybe you just play no Blood Moons. Blood Moon's like not that well positioned. You could be like just on Pillages and Rin 6 Beseiju. It's probably not that good either. Yeah, Karn was definitely way better with Lattice back in the day. Or yeah, Lattice. When streaming, do I pressure to reply to all comments, questions? Not pressured. I just like to respond. I don't respond to questions I don't want to respond to. Sometimes. And especially like here, like my opponent's like tanking and not doing anything on their turn 2, so I like to be able to talk to chat and respond to questions instead of just, sitting here doing nothing. I get a Nettle Cyst. Dude, Nettle Cyst has been all over the place today. Pretty happy to draw this Fury. Although I think I'm going to let them draw a card with Sentinel so that I can kill all of their creatures. Because I can sack the Fury for that extra point of damage here. Kind of close. Interested in playing Young Dingo's free tournament Saturday afternoon. I've got paper tournaments this weekend. I wouldn't be like uninterested, but I've got other stuff to do. Don't mind if I do with that Shadow Spear. Put your Coco list, trying to find something new because it looks like a blast. That's been really fun. Definitely recommend it. I think I'm playing that on Sunday. I think I've got a Pioneer one on Saturday. I think I'm playing Creativity. Put all of my faith into Everose. 100% of my faith. And also Spider Space. I don't know, he told me Spider Space has been playing it. I don't know if he told me Spider's been as on it, but maybe we can summon Spider and ask. As a 4-color player with a burn sideboard card, do you suggest Weather Storm, Revelry, or Blossoming Calm? I mean, it depends on how many, like, are you playing Traverse and, like, a bunch of Traverses and Eladamri's Calls? Because if so, you probably want something you can tutor. Well, maybe you're just already tutoring Omnath in those spots, and it's better to play Weather the Storm. Yeah, just play Weather the Storm. I think Weather the Storm is better than Blossoming Calm, although that's maybe not true. So if my opponent just plays Nettle Cyst, it'll be a 2/2 Germ. They go for a Giver of Runes, which doesn't line up super well against my Shadow Spear equip. Because they could double block now. I can also Takenuma back Fury if I draw a red card, which would be pretty good. Bloodghast also good with this Goblin Bombardment. I think I'm going to equip here, see how they block. Cocoa is okay to play Lavinia in one of the milling spots because there's a glimpse of tomorrow living in deck at local store. I mean, Meddling Mage is like about as good, if not as good, in those matchups, you know? Okay, so I guess I need to decide how interested would I be in Furying next turn. I think with them untapping with Giver, I think it's probably better to go Takenuma so I can go Bloodghast, sack Bloodghast twice next turn. Yeah, Lavinia is better against Tron. Meddling Mage is better against Titan. Titan's been more popular online. You could play Lavinia to like hedge against the Tron matchup some, but I mean it's also the case that I have always felt like Lavinia is a card that has been like overrated in general. I've always felt like it's a card that people put a ton of stock into, expecting it to be like this really impactful 2-drop, but it's like mediocre against Tron, Living End, and Rhinos have a lot of answers to it. I just think it's very mediocre. It's fine. It's totally fine, but I think people overvalue it. Lavinia's one-sided. Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were responding to someone else. So obviously the really nice thing here is that my opponent doesn't have a Shadow Spear in their deck to get off the Urza Saga. The bad thing is I don't really have very many chump blockers. We can, you know, potentially fight through this. Yeah, we did get destroyed by Lavinia a couple days ago. I just think in general people overrate the card a little bit. I'm not saying it's a bad card or an unplayable card. I'm just saying it's overrated. Did Ragavan take the spear? Yep. Yep. It's going to be hard to win this game, I think. You still believe on my burn sideboard I made for CFB? I mean, I think that not a ton has changed since I made that guide, but you know, with the burn sideboards right now, and I don't know if I don't think I went into this like that guide. You can really kind of choose to hedge against. You can choose to hedge against like Living End, Hammer, or Titan, and I think you can choose to hedge against like any 2 of those decks. But it's really hard to hedge against a third. And so I think it's possible you want to play Magus of the Moon in your burn sideboard to hedge against Titan. Again, I'm not like definitely advocating for that, but I think that it's something I'd at least be somewhat interested in seeing people try. My opponent might mess up and move their hammer over. I think that's like a pretty common mistake you see people make, so I'm going to hope that that's a mistake we see them make here. But we're probably going to have to win games 2-3. They can just kill you with Hammer Nexus. I have Goblin Bombardment for the Nexus. Okay, so they are making that mistake. Still in really bad shape. You know, I think we're in another classic need to draw Seasoned Pyromancer situation. Although this technically, I think technically lets me live for a turn. And then, so I'm gonna go. I can deal them 6 damage here with block, sack, put them down to 8 life, and if I draw Seasoned Pyromancer, we've got a shot, I guess. You missed a bombardment trigger. I thought that gaining 3 life there was more relevant than dealing them 1, so I didn't sack the Ragavan. There's no matchup I've seen you lose more to than Hammer Time. I mean, I don't think Hammer Time's a good matchup for us here, but I don't feel like I lose to it that often. Maybe I do. Okay, so I bringing in these 6 cards. It could also be good to bring in Magus in this matchup. I'm not sure. So my sideboard plan so far has been cut these 6 on the play, cut Griefs, cut Kroxa, and then like cut the 4th Unlucky Witness or 4th Village Rites. I think I'll play 1 Magus. Cut the 4th Rites, play 3 Ragavan, and then on the draw I'll play 3 Griefs over 3 Ragavans. Is Chalice on 1 not good? I mean, not really. I've got 16 1-mana spells, and they can get through a Chalice on 1 through Stoneforge Mystic pretty often. Chalice on 1 is not like 2 mana win the game against them like it is against the Prowess deck, so I think you don't want to play it. You can also get through with like Urza Saga, Finding Hammer sometimes. Do you have too many 1-drops to not be playing EE? Yeah, that was kind of my thinking, was that I had too many 1-drops for EE, so I wanted to play Pyrite Spellbomb as my answer to Sanctifier and Vec instead. Sanctifier is not really the card though. In a lot of ways, like the biggest buff to Sanctifier and Vec was the banning of Luris, because it used to be these sideboard cards of like Pyrite Spellbomb and Explosives were so good against Sanctifier because you could just loop them over and over again. And like the fact that your opponents can't Luris loop Explosives and Pyrite Spellbomb against your Sanctifiers is a really, really big buff for Sanctifier. Would I side in Chalice versus Burn? I don't think so. I think that Chalice against Burn is a little overrated these days, where, you know, I think Burn has like exactly 16 1-mana spells, which is I think about equal to the amount of 1-mana spells you have. I don't think it's worth it, but I wouldn't like fault anyone for bringing it in either. I just think maybe it's just difference of philosophy. I lost to Chalice yesterday as a Burn player against the deck. Yeah, that'll happen. Okay, Tomb is here to save the day. I guess I'm going to go Seasoned Pyromancer, discard these 2 black cards here, and hope to draw one of my Pyrite Spellbombs, and if not, hope to maneuver around this. The Unlucky Witness does not trigger through the Sanctifier and Vex, so I might just discard it to the Seasoned Pyromancer. Intuitively, I wouldn't cast you cut Grief against Stoneforge decks. Can I explain my reasoning? I mean, this is not like when you say Stoneforge Mystic decks, like Hammer Time. I wouldn't describe Hammer Time as a Stoneforge Mystic deck in the sense that it's like not really that built around the card. Like them being able to tutor up a Hammer Time and cast it for 1 mana makes like you timing your Grief against it very difficult. Although it maybe is just correct to play Grief always in this matchup because of the presence of Sanctifier and Vec more so than Stoneforge Mystic. Although the Shattering Spree is going to be pretty good. I think we'll go ahead and Village Rites first, though. Mayhem Devil is definitely looking good, too. It is very possible that the best line here is Seasoned Pyromancer, discard Terminate Shattering Spree. Or just, we could just cast Mayhem Devil, actually. We could cast Mayhem Devil, and then next turn we can go Spyro, discard two permanents, and we'll be a little bit short of lethal. We'll have 12 damage and non-Mayhem Devil creatures, 14 with the Devil. I guess we just need to draw a land. Yeah, I don't think that I need to Shattering Spree these two this turn. They're obviously stumbling. I think Sanctifier was too pushed. Like, Image 2 was a good power level to balance the format, but Sanctifier feels super unfun. I mean, the reality is that Modern, no matter what deck you're playing, there's going to be, like, a handful of cards that are, like, super duper good against your deck. And that's always been the dynamic of the format, and I think that, this is very much Modern's format identity, is, like, two mana creatures that are really good against a small subset of decks. So, like, I don't really have a problem with it because of that, but these cards obviously suck for the players that they suck for, right? Yeah, Witness does not trigger with Village Rites in play, but I just need one more creature next turn to win the game. So if I can find a land, I can go Seasoned Pyromancer, discard 2, Unlucky Witness, and win. And so I think that's going to be our line here. Or going to hopefully be our line. Cool. Even a little bit of extra damage. Alright, so yeah, this is definitely lethal, right? This is 16. Yeah, so we're going to play the Griefs in the draw over the Ragavans. I don't think I want the 4th copy of Grief, but maybe actually over the I don't think I like the Magus very much on the draw. We can just play 4 Griefs on the draw. Oh yeah, I guess I could have attacked too, but didn't really need to. Because even if they correct their fetch, they're still like if they have something off their fetch line, they're still dead. Yeah, I didn't think we needed to. We have Fury on the draw against Hammer. I'm going to keep. I know we don't have a red card. We're on the draw, though. Seems fine. Put something to 5. Plan to introduce Goblin Bombardment into my D&D session this Sunday. Sounds fun. Sounds very fun. Definitely like them mulling to 5. Hopefully they don't have a Sanctifier. We do have a couple outs to it, if they do have it. Caller would be really good against me too, and that is what they find. So if I draw a red card, which I do, gonna have to go for it here. So we can go Malakir Rebirth, the Fury, and then Village Rites. And then if this was a paper event, they would call a judge and try to get you to kill your own creature with Fury, and then it's like 50-50 if the judge knows how that works or not. Thankfully this is Magic Online. I'm just gonna play these, save the rights for next turn. The amount of times I've seen that judge call in paper is crazy. By the way, of opponents trying to make your your Fury kill itself with Fury, and I've actually seen judges get the call wrong twice. Although they've gotten it right more than 50% of the time, to their credit. But I've seen the call wrong, I think, twice. And one time I said something about it, and then the judge got mad at me for saying something. It was, I don't know, drama. Were they appealed? Yeah. I think that they got it right. Eventually, one time I said something, one time someone else said something. What was it just called? Yeah. So the way Fury works is it says you may choose any number of target creatures. And so because it says any number, you can choose that number to be 0. And there's a judge call saying that you have to choose 1 instead of 0 is a pretty common judge call I've seen. Okay, getting a little flooded here. What do you do if a bystander if you know a judge made the wrong call? I think you're supposed to say, "Hey judge, can I talk to you?" And then whisper in the judge's ear and say, "Hey judge, I really don't want to hurt your feelings, but I think you got the wrong call there." And I think that's what you're supposed to do, because otherwise they'll yell at you. Or at least that's what I was told to do by the judge, to bring them aside next turn instead of just saying something. You just cast the grief here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not, I love judges. Judges do a lot of good work for the game. But, just like any other type of person in the world, there's always going to be some amount of bad interactions. So they can equip the chip here, but now they only have 1 blocker, but then they get the reality chip going, I guess, and now they find a hammer. That's pretty good. Okay, how do we feel about attacking with Bloodghast and Fury this turn? Attacking with Bloodghast and Fury, and then trying to Tomb of Urami for a lethal 5/5 flyer end of turn. Goblin Needle on Bombardment, kind of makes me just like that line. I'm dead to another hammer. I think just being dead to another hammer is bad. And I could also draw Shattering Spree here. I could draw a few different cards. I don't think I'm gonna with Bombardment Needle. I don't think I need the Mires either. Okay, how good is it to sacrifice this Fury for 2 damage? I think sacrificing the Fury for 2 damage with the Tomb still in hand is fine. Obviously need to fade Shadow Spear. And Sword of Fire and Ice has also been a card I keep seeing out of Hammer Time. You could have taken the Tomb line with Sokenzan for emergency blockers. That's true, but maybe that line is better. Although we would have had to make the blockers this turn. I guess we can make them next turn still. Sokenzan can actually block Sanctifier and Vec. Why the play the land if you plan on Tomb next turn? I mean, I might draw something that makes me not want to Tomb next turn, right? And it's not, if I'm going to Tomb, it's not like I don't think having the land in hand is going to matter at all. I might draw Shattering Spree or something. Man, I really thought we were going to win this game. Got a little flooded, obviously, but it is what it is. Okay, we don't get to trigger the Witness because of the Sanctifier. It's going to have to be fine. So I have to chump block, obviously. Woo, we did it! We drew Goblin Bombardment. Which would be lethal if they didn't have it needled at the moment. I guess we're still playing it, though. And then we can play the Tomb. Although they do have the Flying Ornithopter blocker. But we're almost definitely going to have to channel this instead. And then maybe Shattering Spree off the top is going to be a win. Mayhem Devil's a win, though. Mayhem Devil's a win with the Tomb. That'd be exciting. No flying. They just take the hammer off the Ornithopter, then it has flying. Oh, this is gonna get me. Oh no, it doesn't get me. The tokens have haste. Dude, these tokens can block anything. They can block Gingerroot, they can block Sanctifier. Is Spire really good in the list? Yeah, I think so. Bloodghast has haste, but Bloodghast also can't block. Okay, Mayhem Devil off the top is a win. I can't really see myself winning this game. I guess Mayhem Devil or Shattering Spree are both like live draws, but I don't think, and Seasoned Pyromancer, okay. But I can't Seasoned Pyromancer into Devil. Come on, Tomb, come on, Devil. The Spree even do? I mean, Spree like definitely buys me a turn. Like Spree is, Spree even like with the Goblin Bombardment is almost lethal. I guess not because I can't reuse the Bloodghast because of the Sanctifier, but Spree is definitely a good top deck. I get to kill all their hammers and their needle. And basic Swamp does not quite do it. Only have one blocker for Sanctifier / Gingerbrute here. Although I guess they can only put 2 hammers on one of them. Yeah, I don't know. We're not, like, literally dead on board, right? Umari is lethal. They can gain life with the Gingerbrute, but they also just take the hammer off this Ornithopter. Okay, the march for the token. Okay, we are dead. Alright, let's look at this Mayhem Devil on the top of our library. Okay. Never mind. So we're not gonna 5-0 this league. We fall to a humble 15-4 as well. Token has not haste anymore. Oh, that's a good question. Does the token still have haste? Kind of a classic mana flood versus mana screw situation. Okay, pretty interesting spot, whether or not to Fury the Goblin Guide or not. I think I'm going to wait one turn on the Fury. Just looking if they have Eidolon or a second creature here. Could you have sacked the Gas Bombardment? There's a Pithing Needle on Bombardment. Not that I would expect you, a Twitch chatter, to ever see the Needle. No, you're good. It's just a meme at this point, really. Skewer the Ragavan. I guess I'm pitching a Seasoned Pyromancer to the Fury, and we can poke in for 1 with the Bombardment too. I think I'm gonna discard Swamp, Unlucky Witness here. I want the extra creature in play. Witness is obviously not bad, but I think being a little bit more proactive is nice. And the Sokenzan to channel is also pretty powerful with Bombardment in play, somewhat powerful. Bolts me down to 11, 2 cards in their hand. Skull cracks me down to 8, 1 card in the hand. Okay, I think that just Ragavan channel makes sense here. Attack for 5, put my opponent down to 13, and then we're attacking for 7 next turn, put my opponent down to 6. And the ability to make tokens off the Seasoned Pyromancer gives me lethal. And my opponent's going to need either double Boros Charm or 3 burn spells to kill me. No burn spell end of turn. Got him. I think. Could also just hit a burn spell of Ragavan for less clicks. Not that burn spell though. Okay, up a game against Burn. I beat Burn the other time we played against them today. I think that I brought in these Pyrite Spellbombs to hedge against Sanctifier and Vec. I didn't bring in Terminate. I don't think you want to bring in Chalice. You could bring in Chalice though. I think cutting the 4th Malakir Rebirth and either the 4th Bloodghast or 4th Mayhem Devil is fine. 4th Village Rites is fine, probably. Let's get the 4th Devil. I think that after today, I probably am interested in trying to find room for like one more sideboard card for the Hammer Time matchup. Hammer Time has both been like really popular, of course. We've been playing against it a lot, and then I think like not that good of a matchup either. Base Smith, 2 years, 2 years, 0 enduring ideal. Well, here's to 2 more years with 0 enduring ideal. Here's to 2 more. I think I put back Second Grief here. I think it's somewhat close. And I think I'm still going to hold the Fury for turn like I have been. Although now they don't have one, I think I'm still just playing this tapped and passing. And then we'll see how the game develops. It's actually I wonder if like if they have Eidolon here, if they're just like never casting Eidolon into the Fury that they know about. Like, them tanking here, almost, in my mind, means that they have, like, another Goblin Guide or an Eidolon or a creature, and they don't know if they wanted to deploy it into the Fury that they just saw with the Goblin Guide. Was lost 2 Hammer Time this round, and I think it's been most of our losses, too. Okay, so with 3 cards still in their hand, I think I'm gonna Grief here. I know that's kind of like losing a lot of resources. I mean, the Searing Blaze is not bad. But they're like just not, I think just again not gonna play the Swift Spear because they know about the Fury, so I think we do this here. GG. Bah, GG. Okay, skewers me down to 7. I still have that Searing Blaze. Could be a tough game. Malakir Rebirth on top. Is not going to do it. Let's go to game 3. Play for game 3, let's click submit. Okay, I like that I have Pyrite Spellbomb for pro red creature. Definitely gonna keep this. I think there is like some merit to not playing the Pyrite Spellbomb on turn 1, but I think it's probably just better to use the mana. Turn 1 Goblin Guide, all day, every day. Thank you, Goblin Guide. Yeah, here I think it's fine to just play Bombardment. Maybe Pyrite Spellbomb killing Goblin Guide is good, but you know, Core Firewalker and Sanctifier and Vec are still kind of scary. This also kind of hedges against Eidolon some, another creature some. Just have the Fury available for next turn. We could also maybe play Mayhem Devil as a blocker. Dude, I was supposed to cut the tomb, sorry. I forgot that was part of the plan. And then here, we have kind of a hard call. Playing out the Devil seems kind of good. Yeah, let me actually go Mayhem Devil, evoke Grief, and then try to kill a Goblin Guide with those triggers. If they bolt the devil, we get the sack and kill a Goblin Guide. Eidolon, 2 burn spells. Seems like we can probably take the Lightning Bolt and then go let them play Eidolon next turn, Pyrite Spellbomb, and the Untap Fury kill the other creature, or yeah, I think the Eidolon like never really represents more than 2 damage here. Very interesting game. So we're going down to 12. We have another Fury on top, which is interesting. So actually now, like, seeing how they've been playing these games, there's a good chance they like just won't play the Eidolon because they see how they saw Fury on top like last game and they just chose not to play Eidolon. Skewers me, that doesn't play it. Okay, so we'll go tap Blood Crypt, pass. Their hand is Eidolon, 2 mystery cards. Surely we have better lands to play the Demar. I don't know why people hate on this card. It is freaking sick with Mayhem Devil. I know we haven't like gotten to do the thing today, but I think it's good. Yeah, now I can just hardcast the Fury, kill this. I think they should have played that last turn. I should have cited it out though. I should have cited it out against Burn for sure. Yeah, you can sack an elemental with the evoke trigger on the stack. They're not gonna Boros Drown. Okay, yeah. No way. Yeah, so I did some ogres to help in the burn matchup. Okay, bolt the Fury, that's fine. I like that if I attack with the Den, my Bloodghasts have haste next turn. I think I play the Tomb also. Maybe go like, if I draw land, I can go gas, land, sack the gas first. Ragavan on top, so another hasty 1-mana creature. So we can go gas, Ragavan, attack for 7. Attack for 7, win. Awesome. Just that easy. Tapping the Tomb despite having no ogres in play. 6 hasty damage. So 3-2, 4-1, 4-1 on the day, then 5-0 yesterday. Very solid. I think that this has like a lot of promise. Definitely feels like maybe the cleanest sacrifice shell I've ever put together too, and I think makes a ton of sense. I'm pretty hyped about it.